Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on Lumber Capital Log Yard. Today I'm going to be talking about our solar kiln and the system we use for the sale of our hardwood lumber. Let's get into this video. Along with all of the hemlock that we mill, we also have an ongoing inventory of hardwoods. Adding hardwoods to the list of products has really expanded our horizon of profit. But that hasn't come without a few obstacles so far. One of which was being able to keep track of the different species and also being able to properly identify them. How we have solved that is through a color coding system. If you take a look at the lumber down here, you can see that we have the ends painted, and this is honestly a really cool way to do it. The green is maple, the red is red oak, the white oak. We have cherry, which is the pink. If you look over here, you see some orange, and that is hickory. More red for the red oak. So we have quite a variety in the kiln right now. Speaking of the kiln, I'm sure a lot of you guys are wondering how it's been doing. If you haven't been keeping up with the content, then you won't know, but we have started a solar kiln probably about a year ago, maybe a little bit more, and it's been doing really well. We've been kind of just making little improvements through the span of, however long it's been. We have that fan up there which pushes the hot air down because obviously hot air rises. We don't have the stove going. As you guys know, we did add that stove for the winter months because the sun's just not strong enough to heat it up in here enough to get stuff dry. So we're not running that because it's, June, almost July. It's plenty warm enough for the sun to bake in on this and heat it up in here. It's not too hot in here today because it has been a cloudy day out pretty much all day. It still is, so we probably won't get a good hot day in the kiln today, but hey, that is fine because we're not in a major rush to dry this out. The slower the better. You don't want to dry it out too quickly anyways. We actually have several fans in here. We have two going right here and then a big one back over here that is going in between all of the layers of lumber, and that's really going to get in there and dry out all those layers underneath. Before selling our lumber as solar kiln dried, we make sure to get it down to at least 6%. We keep a moisture meter in here to check the lumber whenever we kind of feel like. Also, our customers can check it. And everyone disagrees with where to poke these things in at, but you can see there it's at 14%. So this piece I think we put in fairly recently, so it's not really close to being done yet, but let's find one that is. This piece has been in here a while and it reads about 8%, so that's pretty good. Another obstacle that we have run across is actually just lack of space here at the log yard. Because all of the lumber has to be laid out and stickered, that just takes up a lot of space that we don't have. So we've had to come up with some different places to put it that actually isn't at this location. One solution that we have had to this is to move some of our hardwood inventory to a private property of ours at a different location, and if you make an appointment, it is by appointment only, but you can go and check out our inventory there, and everything's for sale there as well. So Fortunately, we have been really fortunate enough to find places to store our meticulously dried out lumber that's undercover. As you guys know, that's not really the case for our hemlock. That stuff just sits out in the rain. Of course, that's fine. It's able to do that, but because we've spent so much time and energy trying to dry it out with the sun, we want to make sure that it's undercover. And we've been fortunate enough to do that. Another place that we have our lumber for sale is down the road, just a little hardware store called Schoen's, and they have a little room in there. It's of course undercover, so it stays nice and dry. That we have our lumber there for sale, and as a customer you can go in and hit two birds with one stone by getting your lumber at the same place you can also get your hardware. Something that the team has been working very hard at for quite a while now is getting the ability to ship some of our products, and I am very delighted to announce that we have finally done it. We are able to ship basically anything that we sell here, although shipping can be quite a bit depending on where you live and depending on what we ship, of course. If you're interested in hardwood, make sure to check out our website at lumbercapital.com. We have, I think, quite a selection up there now. They're not like the best pictures of stuff, but it'll just work for now to get an idea of what we have. And while shipping a slab, a big 10-foot slab, would cost a lot of money, we do of course have the option to do that if any of you desire for that. So anyways, I think that about wraps it up for today's video. If you enjoyed, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But other than that, I'll see you guys back here next time.